Hi guys, hope you're well. So just finished listening to the budget, quite an interesting one. Lots of tax raising measures. It's the second biggest tax raising budget in history, as I read from the IFS. But yeah, there are some key things that affect small business, and I'm just doing this video as a initial reaction, I suppose, to them. So one of the big things that's going to affect a lot of businesses was the national insurance increase. That was expected, but what wasn't necessarily trailed before the budget was the reduction in the secondary threshold, falling down to £5,000, which is quite low considering where the other national insurance thresholds are. So that means the rate at which employers have to start paying national insurance is much lower. So that means that from April 2025, national insurance rates will be going up quite a bit. Other things that are going to affect small businesses, so it was confirmed that business asset relief, which is the 10% relief you get when you sell your business, is increasing to 14% from next year, and then I believe to 18% after that. So that means the amount of return you get from selling your business at the end of the day will reduce, although it is still lower than other comparable tax rates and other capital gains tax rates. So that incentive is still there, and you still have the £1 million relief, lifetime allowance, sorry, for those disposals. Capital gains is going up, and the rate of residential and usual assets is actually being aligned. So whereas it was 10% on other assets that aren't residential, it's now going to be 18% at the lower rate, and at the higher rate is going up to 24%. So that's going to be a change. Oh, and the other thing as well is the minimum wage is going up, and interestingly, the move to harmonise over time the minimum wage, no matter what age category you're in. So all workers will receive the same, have to receive above the national living wage, sorry. So that is also, along with the national insurance increase, that is going to affect, I think, hospitality, retail, leisure businesses quite a bit. Although, on that note, there's also a giveaway of 40% relief for business rates for those in that sector. So those were the key takeaways in terms of from a small business perspective. There are also changes to inheritance tax. The bans are frozen, and then one thing that I was expecting, it's quite a small point, but it will have implications, is that the currently, if you pay into a pension, that pension is outside the scope of inheritance tax. It doesn't form part of your estate. That is going to be changing from 2027. So that's quite big news from the pensions world and in your personal investments. But yeah, but overall, lots of tax increases and lots of things going on. I think it will change the landscape, and it will be interesting in terms of directors, how they decide to remunerate themselves. Getting access to that employment allowance is actually really key. So making sure you can do your best to see if you can qualify for that and use it, because that's really going to help with the increase in national insurance and in terms of your tax planning for what you would draw from a business. There was no mention on dividends. I was thinking that they might increase the rate of tax on dividends or harmonise them with other rates of tax. That didn't happen. So the tax planning in terms of dividends versus salary is still very much alive. Obviously speak to your accountant who knows your situation best, and they'll be able to plan that out for you. But yeah, that will be something that we'll definitely be looking at, and how employers' national insurance affects your decision about how to remunerate yourself from your limited company if you are a director of a limited company. But that's my initial reaction on the budget. I hope you found it useful. As always, if you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments below, and I'd be very grateful if you like and share this video. Alright, we'll be doing a more detailed follow-up. I believe I'm doing a podcast on Monday about the budget where we're going into much more depth, and I will look forward to sharing that with you. Right, thanks very much.